This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV Radio.
Hello, good afternoon. Oh, good afternoon if you're watching us in the Philippines. It is 1 p.m. here. And if you are watching us in the Pacific, when I'm normally based, it is 9 p.m. So good evening to everybody. And if you're watching us in different parts of the world, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So in other words, hello world. Also, happy viewing and happy viewing to all our team replay and team share. Nako, this is an exciting time. Oh, people who are asking us if how's the weather in the Philippines? It is getting there. It seems like it's summer already, but it is what it is, right? Anyways, we are live in different platforms, namely Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. Also, our latest addition for us of last year is the Amazon Music. Also, concurrently or simultaneously, we are live on PHLB Radio Facebook page and PHLB Radio YouTube channel. So please do like, share, and subscribe. And if you want not to miss any of our shows, or any shows for that matter, just click on the notification bell so you will be notified every time we are on. Also, if you're using Amazon Fire TV, just look for PHLB Radio channel. And if you're using Alexa, just say, Alexa, play PHLB Radio. Yan. Oh, announcement. Okay, this is important because baka next week you will be wondering why we're not on Saturday at 1 o'clock at baka mamaya nag-log in kayo, wala kami. It is because it's already the change of time in the US. So, of course, mag-adjust din. So, now, alam mo ba with Jush Andowitt, now starting next week, if you're watching in different parts of the world, next week, we're back to a regular programming, a regular time slot. It's gonna be 12 noon. At doon naman sa mga, what we're gonna be watching, dear Kuya Josh, from 2 o'clock p.m., it's gonna be 1 p.m. So we're back again to our previous time. Also, for those people who's going to be watching us in the Pacific, it's going to be the same, no change. Whatever time you are watching us at, it will be the same time. Ang mga adjustment pa, Filipinos or channel or time slot outside of the Philippines. Or outside of the United States. Oh, just to let you know, I guess because it was so humid here, it is heavily raining right now, and that's what we need. A couple of things. People who are asking us how CISA is the comeback movie or the return of Hilda Coronel on the big screen here in the Philippines. They did a round of festivals, and they'll be running again in some festivals, but hopefully it will have a screening outside of the Philippines, aside from the festivals. Verdict is 10 out of 10. It is one of the classics now. It is not to miss, and it's so exciting. Of course, Hilda Coronel brilliantly perform. Of course, Uge or Eugene Domingo did an excellent job, as well as Danica. In my book, all the cast of CISA, and congratulations to director June Robles Lana for doing such a beautiful, which is apropos for the Women's Month. And it is really a not to miss. My verdict is between 9 or 10 of 10. And it's really amazing. A lot of things they discuss in that movie, CISA. I didn't know about it because it's during, and it's nothing to do with Jose Rizal CISA or No Limitangere CISA, where about the Basilio and Crispin. This one is a the only use Sisa because of uh, being crazy, quote unquote, because technically she was just pretending to be crazy because technically she is a spy. So it's really not to miss. I cannot tell you more about it because I don't want to preempt. At the same time, I don't want to give away the whole story. But honestly, if you're gonna watch a movie this particular year, 2026, this is one movie not to miss. And of course, delivers brilliantly si Hilda Coronel, the Susan Reed in real life. And it's really I would say, a masterpiece, a classic. So kudos to attorney Georgie and the whole team, as well as of course the iconic and legendary Hilda Coronel. Yan, yun ano ko. Now also politically, there's still a lot of things going on here in the Philippines. I'm not gonna discuss that here and now because I will keep it until maybe the succeeding shows, and we'll have a talk of that or talk about it because some of you already texted me and was asking um, my sentiments or my stand. We'll have that in other shows, but for now, I will share with you my visit to the one of the most beautiful Taoist or Taoist temple here in the Philippines, and we'll know more about that. But for now, sit back, enjoy, and it's the Ma Cho Temple located at La Union, okay, and San Fernando, La Union. So without much further ado, let's watch our VTR, or not VTR, but MTV or movie of Ma Cho Temple. Here you go. Enjoy. Okay, this is the facade of the temple itself. It's really beautiful. Ma Cho Temple is a famous Chinese temple located in San Fernando, La Union. It is one of the largest Taoism temples in the Philippines and is dedicated to Mazu or Ma, the Chinese goddess believed to protect fishermen and sailors. That's the entrance to the temple. A hike, but it is so worth it. And that's the facade going in to the chapel itself. Key facts: it was built in 1975. And of course, it's located, like I mentioned earlier, on a hill overlooking the South China Sea. Why it's famous? It's considered one of the most beautiful Chinese temples in the Philippines. It is built using traditional Chinese architectural design. And of course, it offers a great view of the sea and San Fernando City, La Union. What can you see? Here's the rules for the dress code. Like no mini skirts. It's typical if you're gonna be visiting a temple. What can you see inside, which you will see later, are the statues of Mazu and other Chinese deities, and a dragon gate entrance, bell and drum towers, a garden and prayer halls. Interesting fact: devotees often visit the temple to pray for the following: safe sea travel, especially if you're going travel overseas. It's for good luck and protection, of course, for fishermen and sailors. And a little bit of history. Mazu, also called Ma Cho, is in some dialects is a revered Chinese seafood goddess believed to protect fishermen, sailors, and travelers at sea. Her worship began in China over 1,000 years ago and spread to many coastal areas of Asia. Origin of Mazu. Mazu was believed to be a real person named Ling Monyang, born in 960 after death during the Song dynasty. According to legend, she was born into a fisherman's family. From a young age, Mazu, she was very intelligent and spiritually gifted. She was said to have the ability to predict storms and help ships in danger. Legendary story. One famous story says that during a violent storm, Mazu went into a trance and spiritually guided her father and brother's fishing boats safely to shore. Later, it was reported she died at age 27 around 987 AD. Some story says she ascended to heaven from the mountain of Mazu Island. After her death, fishermen claim that her spirit appeared during storms to guide ships safely. Because of these stories, people began to worship her as a protection or protective sea goddess. Chinese emperors later honored her with official titles, gradually elevating her to status of heavenly empress. Today, Mazu is worshipped widely in China, Taiwan, the Philippines, Malaysia, and Singapore. Symbols of Mazu. There you go, the inside of the temple. She's usually shown wearing imperial robes, a crown, and standing on clouds or waves. Some rituals, devotee visit the temple perform several traditions. In her, it's believed to protect sailors, fishermen, and temple. One, there you go, lighting of incense or pag-aalay ng insenso. This is common ritual. Visitors light 3 sticks of incense. They bow 3 times while silently saying their prayers or wishes. This place a large burner in front of the altar. It symbolizes respect, purification, and communication with the deity. Offering gifts, then you'll see those right now. Devotees place offering at the altar, such as fruits, especially oranges and apples, ripe wine, flowers, candy. These offerings express gratitude and requests for blessings. Prayer protection. Many visitors pray for safe sea travel, protection for family members, good luck in business, health, and prosperity. Fortune sticks. Some temples allow the use of fortune sticks, where devotees kneel in front of the altar, take a container of numbered bamboo sticks, as falls out, the number corresponds to the fortune paper interpretation. Temple bells and respectfully bowing. Usually, visitors bow towards the altar, walk quietly to the temple, sometimes ring a bell for blessings. Then as you get out, or you'll notice as you see that, that's the inside of the temple. You see the candles and the offerings and all that. The temple dedicated to Mazu is filled with traditional Chinese symbols, namely, each design, especially the dragons, has a special spiritual meaning in Chinese culture and Taoism belief. The dragon are one of the most important symbols in Chinese temples. Meaning of the dragons: power and strength, protection, control of water and rain, and of course, good fortune. See those candles that you're seeing on screen right now? Yeah. And there's this pearl that's you'll see later. The pearl represents wisdom and enlightenment and spiritual power. The dragon chasing it symbolizes the pursuit of knowledge and harmony. And you see lots of red lanterns hanging around the temple symbolize good luck, joy and prosperity, protection from bad spirits. Of course, in the Chinese culture, red is considered the luckiest color. And then you'll see some uh, turtles and snake, which symbolizes longevity. And what it means is long life, wisdom, and stability. And all those, and you see that that's a picture of Mazu or Machu. That's her. And like what I said earlier, the temple is situated on a hill facing the South China Sea. And why is that? The temple is oriented towards South China Sea for several important cultural, religious, and symbolic reasons connected to Mazu. One, its connection to the sea goddess. Since Mazu is believed to protect fishermen, sailors, and travelers, temples dedicated to her are often built facing the ocean. That's Mazu. This orientation symbolizes the goddess is watching over the sea. She can protect ships and fishermen from storms and danger. Her blessing extends to people traveling across water. That's the outside the ark, outside of the temple. Guidance and protection. Historically, sailors believed Masu could guide ships safely through storms. By facing the sea, the temple represents the goddess looking out for vessels and those in danger. This is the facade outside of the temple. And of course, it is facing the South China Sea in the Philippines. Historically, sailors believed Masu could guide ships through storms. By facing the sea, the temple represents the goddess looking out for vessels and those in danger. Most fishermen used to pray before sailing and give thanks after returning safely. Cultural symbolism. For the Chinese community who built the temple, the sea represents life and livelihood, connection between countries and culture, journey and protection. Because of this location, visitors to the temple also enjoy a panoramic view of San Fernando and the ocean. Now, since we are not so much allowed to do so much filming, inside, let us show you some of the pictures we took. Yeah, that's the center of what you're seeing is, of course, this is the facade or the front, and that's Mazu, believed to be the goddess of sea. And yeah, that's the altar. There's more picture, and that's Mazu. It's the goddess of the sea, as well as um, protector, or they believed on she protects the sea, especially when you're traveling overseas. And that's the temple. Inside of the temple where you could do your incense. And remember, I told you that there's this bowl where you could put, and that's where you kneel. The red box on that is that where you kneel, and that's the in front of the altar. And see all lots of candles. These are offerings. When someone requests for prayers and for favors from Mazu, that's the, and now you're seeing the front of the chapel, and that's the you're seeing outside. Okay, and Yo, can you make it slower when it comes to pictures? So we could describe each picture because we're not allowed so much being their temple. And okay, next slide, please. Yeah, that's the inside of the temple. You could see, and that's facing towards the South China Sea. Okay, next. Yeah, so this is the front of the altar where, as you could see, there's a lot of flowers and you see lots of fruits being displayed. And these are offerings to Mazu. Next, please. Yeah, see, this is the front area. Okay, now these are the other saints or what deity or deities that that they believe, okay, that guide the the sailors or people traveling overseas. Yeah, so yeah, right, there you go. These are the offerings that you see. There's flowers, fruits, and other gifts given to Mazu as a symbol of uh, request, favors, and things that they ask favors from Mazu. Okay. And like I mentioned, these are the other goddess. Uh, and this particular picture. This is where you get the incense as a token of offering. So it's just like, remember how us Filipinos would go to like Baclara, and you light a candle. That's exactly the equivalent of that. The candles offering are more of incense than candles. Yeah, so this more flowers, and see this is from, okay, here. Yeah, see, this is different angles of the offerings from Mazu or for Mazu. Yeah, see, this is where you get the incense from, and then it's free, but you just do an offering if you want, but it's voluntarily. Yeah, and that's where this is the area where you light the incense, and of course, when it's lit, then you go to that big um, container where you do your prayers. Right? See that container at the middle of the temple. That's where you normally put the incense, and while you pray. Yeah, so this is the ceiling of, and this is the intricate ceiling of the temple, and those are hand curved. Yeah, so stop here. This is the front of the chapel. As you could tell, we're not allowed to picture people who are doing their chant and their worship, simply because it's a request that no pictures allowed, especially when people are praying or doing the request. And this is the outside of the temple, and you could see the South China Sea. And if it's not like, say, the temple is not located or other temples located outside of the Philippines, all of these temples, the Mazu temples, are always facing a body of water. Oh, okay, next slide. Yeah, so this is the art facing the South China Sea. And remember we talked about the dragon earlier. See, on top of this arc, there's the dragon and the other symbolism of that. And you see the dragon on the left-hand side. See that? There's dragon, and you see the dragons also on top of the arc. And see how many dragons there are, because dragons supposedly symbolizes good fortune. Yeah, this is the other version or other side of the art. Again, you could tell that this is facing a sea, or in this particular case, is the South China Sea. See, and remember I told you earlier that the dragon is facing, as you enter the temple, see on the left-hand side, that's the entrance of the temple, and see the dragon. The two dragons are facing each other too. And the lantern, we talk about it. Okay, the dress code. People just texted me asking about the dress code. Before any, it's no mini skirts, no exposure midriffs. So if it's no shorts, no exposed shoulders, no tank tops, no dress or skirt with high slit, no clothing that revealed undergarments, midsection, torso, and chest of breadth. Okay, then let me say hello to our viewers first. First honor, of course, is Desi Santos from Quezon City. Hilda, of course, the Philippines. Roy Nick Hernandez is watching us from Project 7. And of course, hello to and happy viewing to the Ong family. Cesar June Ong, Carmi Ong is watching as well. Matthew as well as John. Sabi ni Cesar Ong, hello kuya. And all the Chinese viewers, this is one temple that you guys need to see. And again, it's located in San Fernando in La Union. Okay, next slide. Okay, let's slide, please. Yeah, so this is the facade of the Ma Cho or Mazu Temple. See, remember we talk about also the lantern, what it symbolizes: longevity, safety, and good fortune. And remember we talk about, or I mentioned about red. Red is predominantly in Chinese. Red it shows good luck and attracting good harvest, good fortune, good travel. And this is the others. And remember that stairs. There is an elevator for older people, but if you like challenges, going to the stairs, I call them the stairs to heaven, because it's kind of stiff, but it's so worth it because the inside, which you saw earlier, is just phenomenally beautiful. Cesar said, "You sound sick." Oh no, 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 no. It's just my voice, but I'm okay. But thank you for asking. No, I'm not sick. I was sick for I mentioned to some people last week. I was sick for like 7 days, but no, I'm way better. I'm as healthy and perky as always. Yeah, this is the other side, and you see more dragons and the stone dragons. They are adorned or across the temple. Yeah, so this is the long shot of the whole temple. So beautiful. It's just majestic in my mind. And of course, it's really a sight to see. Never been to temples before, and in the Philippines at least, but these are just phenomenally beautiful. Next slides, please. Okay, so our show for today is going to be a little short, simply because there's another video I'd like to show, but I'm afraid that it might confuse people, so I'll save it for next time. So a little reminder again, next week we're going to be back to our normal channel, normal time slot, which is 12 noon. So if you are, if hopefully tell your friends, family, significant others that my show every uh, every Friday in the US is the same time. It's going to be 9 p.m. But outside the country, from the 1 o'clock, especially if you're watching us from the Philippines, the 1 o'clock time slot will go back to our regular time, which is 12 noon. And then those people, well, and I'll announce it again next Saturday. Those people asking us, what about the Dear Kuya Josh? It's going to be at 1 p.m. So and because of the time change in the US, so we're adjusting our time as well. So we go back to our 12 noon, uh, alam mo ba? And of course, the 1 p.m. for Dear Kuya Josh. Okay, then I'm hoping, I didn't mention it earlier, I'm hoping that you're having or had a wonderful lunch with your friends, family, significant others, and loved ones. Okay. Um, and then, of course, um, so please make note of that because you might be surprised, Kuya Josh will not be airing 1 p.m. next week. It's going to be 12 noon. And then for Dear Kuya Josh, it's not airing at 2 p.m., but it's going to be airing at 1 p.m. Um, However, just in case you missed us because of the time difference and you were not aware or you were not informed, no worries because you could always go back to our PHLB Radio YouTube channel because, like I mentioned time and time again, that all our shows once it's aired, it will be part of our team. It will be part of our YouTube channel, which archived all our shows. You just look for our playlist and then look for Dear Alam Mo Ba, and all the shows from inception, from the time we begin or we began the show, everything is there. So and it's labeled properly as well as just look for the shows that you'd like to repeat, and it's free. You could repeat it as many times as you want. So please do like, share, and subscribe, and tell others because this is not Kuya Josh's show. This is not my show, but this is our show. Okay, and please, as a reminder also, if you want us to cover some of other interesting things or you have other guests that you'd like me to invite, please do so. I have lots of people already lined up for succeeding shows. So it will be a very interesting. And like what I mentioned, weather-wise, it's getting hot, it's getting humid. So please be hydrated. Make sure you drink lots of fluids and liquids because that's what you need. Because it's really unbelievably hot and unbelievably humid. So just keep safe, guys. And that's pretty much our show for today. I know it's kind of uh, an aberration because we normally would have long shows, but this one I wanted to dedicate to our our brothers and sisters from the Chinese community because I got an email from them saying that It would be nice to touch on different cultures, to and exhibit and display some of the beautiful pictures that there is to offer on the other spectrum or other religion or other beliefs. So we'll try to do that in succeeding shows. But for now, our end credit will be the different pictures we took and that we showed you earlier. So I will see you tomorrow. It's still regular. It's still the same time for our dear Kuya Josh, and it's a brand new letter. I know I missed it last week, but we did a replay. So thank you so much. Oh, and those people who watched the interview with uh, John Ong, and it was one of the most anticipated, must watch. And again, if you want to see that episode, just go to our YouTube channel, PHLB Radio, or if we're friends, or you could follow me on my Facebook account as well as YouTube channel. How you will see there, it's arranged in chronological order, and you could definitely watch it again. So I can't wait for our show tomorrow for Dear Kuya Josh. And of course, as always, my reminder to you, oh, before you go, our end credit will be the pictures that we took. So please do that. And then next week, I will try to show you, because I was at the University of the Philippines yesterday. I took some video, and those people who are graduates of UP Diliman would really truly enjoy the video that we'll show you next week. Um, Things change already. There's a lot of more people, and there's a lot of happenings now in UP Diliman, so or at UP Diliman. So enjoy that video as well next week. So for now, my advice to you and my reminder to you is always be kind. You can never go wrong with kindness, and any act of kindness that you do to people, it will come back to you in so many ways, in different times, different situation, as well as different scenarios. Also, when you wake up in the morning, be grateful, and because you're given a chance for a new lift, a new, I would say, a new chance to write another day in the life of. Also, choose to be happy when you wake up because it kind of set the mood and how your day would go. As we all know, sometimes we are hit with problems in the middle of the day or during the day. But if you choose to be happy, it kind of set the tone and mood for the whole day. So, like what I said, maraming salamat for tuning in. It's not as lengthy as my normal shows, but definitely I will take it to heart that to give you more topics, more personalities, and uncover some wonderful business while I'm here in Manila. So enjoy the rest of the day. You have a wonderful, wonderful day, and God bless us all. And enjoy the rest of the week. If I don't see you tomorrow, God bless us more, and share the blessings so you could bless others. Bye, everybody, and stay tuned for the pictures. Bye, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, and definitely I am not sick. Bye bye.